Mayweather has money problems. He owes the IRS, he owes car dealers, he's pawning jewelry. A guy who's made hundreds of millions of dollars in his career is somehow running out of money. And now he's suing everyone, claiming he's owed money. While he may be able to keep up the facade that it's everyone else's fault, Floyd's spending problem is the reason why he's going broke. I was able to go directly to the source to get private information that hasn't been shared publicly yet, to discuss the recent lawsuit that sent shockwaves throughout the sports world. Mayweather suing former associate in an alleged $175 million fraud scheme. That associate, Jonah, shared with me private text messages, private images of Floyd signing contracts, and access to private communication with this team. And the proof I've been given will contradict everything you've heard in the news about this case. By going through all of the claims presented in the lawsuit, I'll share all the private information that I have access to so we can understand fully what's going on with Floyd Mayweather. In 2017, Rechnitz and Mayweather became friends, which ultimately led to Rechnitz becoming Floyd's investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison. Jonah helped put deals together for Floyd. He was his manager, so that's sponsorship.
A man who made over $1 billion in his career is allegedly skipping rent, pawning jewelry, fighting the IRS, and now suing everybody around him claiming they stole his money. Floyd Mayweather, the self-proclaimed money man himself. And 50 Cent just put the whole world onto the video exposing it all. Strap in. Okay, if you enjoyed this, make sure to follow, like, share with your friends and family, and drop your thoughts in the comments. All right, here's the thing about Floyd Mayweather. His whole brand, his entire identity is built on one word: money. The cars, the stacks of cash on Instagram, the designer everything, the private jets, the nickname, money. It's not just a flex, it's the product he's been selling for 30 years. So when receipts start coming out suggesting the money might be gone, that's not just a personal crisis, that's a brand collapse. And the moment 50 Cent co-signed the video breaking it all down, posting it to his millions of followers and saying, "Dang, champ, I know you didn't read none of the papers. I love you, bro. Lace up. Get it back." The floodgates opened. Let's go through all of it, because this is deeper than most people realize. Before we get to the lawsuits, let's establish just how far things have fallen, because the evidence has been stacking up for a while. The IRS filed a $7.3 million lien against Mayweather in March for unpaid federal taxes from 2018 and 2023. And this isn't his first rodeo with the IRS. Back in 2023, a federal tax judge ordered him to pay $5.5 million in deficiencies and another $1.1 million in penalties tied to his 2017 taxes alone. He had previously reached a $22.2 million settlement with the IRS over his 2015 tax bill, the same year he fought Pacquiao. Then there's the rent situation. He signed a lease in December 2024 and allegedly stopped paying rent by July 2025, while simultaneously posting pictures of himself on a private jet surrounded by stacks of cash. One caption read, "I just be minding my business." The irony writes itself. He's also being sued for allegedly failing to pay a $105,690 charter flight bill for a private jet to the Caribbean. And the jewelry situation? A jeweler alleged that 5 checks from Mayweather between August and November bounced. AJ's Jewelry has repeatedly contacted Mayweather both orally and in writing to request payment. Each time, Mayweather acknowledges the debt and promises to pay, then never sends the money. This is not a man being targeted. This is a pattern. Now, here's where it goes nuclear. Floyd Mayweather filed a sweeping lawsuit accusing his former associate Jonah Rechnitz and business partner Eyal Frist of orchestrating a years-long fraud scheme that allegedly cost him over $175 million, including diverted cash, real estate holdings, settlements, and luxury assets. The specific allegations are wild. A $7.5 million wire transfer for an investment that was never made, a $15 million unauthorized realty settlement, the transfer of ownership of his private jet with no buyer listed and no explanation of where the money went. Rechnitz allegedly pledged nearly $100 million worth of Floyd's jewelry to 2 Miami-based jewelers for only $13 million. A substantial portion of that jewelry remains with the jewelers, with no accounting provided to Mayweather. Text messages in the lawsuit show one jeweler threatening to liquidate the goods if payments weren't made, and Rechnitz allegedly agreed without Floyd's authorization. Now, here's the twist that changes everything about the narrative. Rechnitz fought back. Hard.
His attorney, Morris Misri, called the lawsuit utterly baseless and said the claims would be refuted by substantial documentary evidence, including Mr. Mayweather's own correspondence. Read that again. They're not just defending themselves, they're saying Floyd knew, and they have his own texts to back that up. And the source in the document shared with this video, he gave private text messages, images of Floyd signing contracts, and direct communication logs to back that up. This is where it stops being a he said it versus a she said it and starts being a paper trail. According to the information that came directly from Rechnit's side, Floyd wasn't just a passive victim of fraud. He was aware of what was happening with his assets, including the jewelry pawns. There are alleged text messages of Floyd being shown images of his watches being grouped together for loan collateral. There are alleged photos of Floyd signing the very contracts he's now suing over. When Floyd went public and tried to attack Rechnit's credibility by bringing up his criminal background, Rechnit's response was direct. Floyd already knew about the background. He wrote letters to the judge on his behalf. They have documentation of that too. And the spending? 2 of Floyd's commercial properties have already been foreclosed. He's at risk of losing a Las Vegas building that houses his strip club over $52,000 in backed property taxes. Meanwhile, Floyd also sued former broadcast partner Showtime in February, alleging $340 million in misappropriated funds. And separately, he sued a Las Vegas supercar dealership, claiming he was misled into paying $1.2 million for a rare 2018 Maybach Landaulet. So Floyd is suing the IRS situation, suing Showtime, suing his investment manager, and suing a car dealer, all while the people being sued are saying, "We have the receipts." Now, why did this blow up the way it did? Because 50 Cent saw the Spencer Cornelia breakdown video, a deep dive expose going through all the documentation, and immediately shared it with his millions of followers. 50's caption, "Dang, champ, I know you didn't read none of the papers. I love you, bro. Lace up. Get it back." That's 50 in a single post, a genuine concern, a subtle knife, and a brand plug, all at once. And the effect was immediate. The comments on that video flooded with, "50 Cent sent me here." A video that had just posted was already going viral because the algorithm of chaos, as one commentator put it, had been activated. Now, here's what's interesting about 50 Cent's position specifically. This is not a random celebrity weighing in. 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather have had their own complicated history. They've gone back and forth publicly for years. So when 50 shows up with, "I love you, bro, lace up" energy, people are reading between the lines. Is that genuine? Is that trolling? Is that both? Either way, the second 50 Cent touches a story, it stops being a niche financial news item and becomes a culture moment. Let's zoom out, because the Floyd Mayweather financial story is actually a cautionary tale that plays out over and over in professional sports, just rarely at this scale. Mayweather whacked up over $1 billion in career earnings and pivoted to business ventures, including real estate, since his 2017 retirement. On paper, that's the right move, but the spending never slowed down to match the new income reality. Reports indicate he was spending roughly $1 million a month just on his team. That's before personal shopping, family, travel, and lifestyle. When you're fighting for hundreds of millions, that math works. When you're not, you start pawning watches to cover the gap. You start taking advances on fights before they happen. You start signing papers you maybe don't fully understand because the money was always coming. Now the money isn't coming the same way, and the lawsuits are piling up faster than the wins. 50 Cent summed it up perfectly. Lace up, get it back. The question is, at 48 years old, with your passport possibly at risk and the IRS at the door, can you? Drop your take in the comments. Do you think Floyd got robbed, or did he create this situation himself? Or both? Subscribe if you're new. This story is far from over. And check out the full breakdown video in the description. See you in the next one.